Thanks, Michael. Yeah, this morning we are fortunate enough to be joined by Dr. Robert McNabb with Freeman Health, and you're in charge of the COVID unit over at Freeman. And I think just talking about this experience as a whole, all of us everyday citizens, we're fighting something that we can't see. It's invisible to us, but you get to see this in person. So you have a different understanding of what COVID-19 looks like. So can you just sort of paint a picture of what a COVID unit is like when you're battling it up close?
Certainly. So, an isolation unit is a reverse atmosphere unit. So there are numerous pumps that are pulling the air out of that unit, out of every single room, through multiple filters that are filtering out these viral particles. And so if you've ever been in front of an exhaust fan, you know that this is a loud environment. So it can be very overloading from a sensory perspective. So loud fans, right. As you look around a unit, you smell a lot of decontaminants and bleach and cleansing materials just kind of wafting everywhere. And you see a lot of people that look a lot more like astronauts. They're in basically what amounts to space gear. They've got helmets and face shields and gowns and gloves, and they're covered in protective equipment throughout the vast majority of their workday. Inside the rooms, each room is a little single-person cubicle with its own exhaust fan and just one patient. And those rooms are, it's an isolation unit. These people are very much isolated. They're cut off from their loved ones. They're cut off from the things of the community. And they don't know when they're going to be able to escape from that environment. And so you can definitely feel the uncertainty and the concern and the worry, and that spreads across the patients, the family members that call in, and the staff that are doing that work. When those nurses and respiratory therapists and physicians go into that unit, most of those people are staying in that unit that entire shift. They don't come out of there and then wander around with the general population. So they too are isolated away from their own peers. So it's a very different type of environment.
Well, this morning we want to be talking to you, more in depth about how people should navigate Thanksgiving, and as we head into the December holidays as well, how to go about that. So we're going to be taking questions on our Facebook page. If you have a question, please feel free to comment it. I've got a ton here, but believe me, you're probably thinking of one that I'm not. So make sure you comment it. We'll be with Dr. McNabb all morning long, and we'll be right back on the KOA Morning News on Fox 14 right after this.